and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here with me today. We're going to share a practice today which is all about twists. If we have any kind of blockages within our body, twists are a nice practice to slightly resolve them and to engage the entire metabolism. So let us begin in a comfortable seated position. And we are bringing our focus to the breath first of all, to arrive as usual on our mat. Let go of any kind of thoughts that are still with you from your day to day, from before, and just focus on yourself and on your breathing. We're going to begin with a side stretch. So place your hand beside you on the mat. Inhale all up and around and bend to the side for a moment. On your next exhale, come back up to center, interlace your fingers and stretch all the way to the top. Exhale down. Now place your hand on the other side. Inhale all the way up and around and stretch to the other side. Exhale. Come back up. Now place your hands on your knees. We're going to inhale, bring the chest to the front. And exhale, round back like a cat. Inhale, open your heart, open your chest. Exhale, round back. If you like, you can add your arms to that. So you open on the inhale as if you were embracing the world, and exhale, round back. So you engage the entire muscles from your upper body. All right, and come back to center. We're now going to rotate sideways. So we're going to inhale up, exhale, twist to the side, and we'll stay here for a moment. And find the right breath for this gentle stretch. Inhale, come back to center, hands up. And exhale to the other side. And release back to center. All right, we will begin with another stretching and twist exercise for the shoulder part. So let us come to a tabletop position, and from here we're going to inhale up to the right, lift the right arm, and then exhale, place the right shoulder on the mat. And from here we're going to extend the left arm all the way to the front and stay here for a moment. Now take your left hand and place it under your shoulder to come back up to a child's pose for a few moments. Maybe you already feel a difference between your shoulders, but we're also going to try the other side. So come back to a tabletop position. Inhale, lift your left arm, and on the exhale, you're going to place the left shoulder on the mat and extend your right arm. Bring your hand back under the shoulder, and then we can hook in the toes, come to a downward facing dog, and walk forward step by step to the front of the mat. Let us begin here with the first twist flow. We're going to inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, bring our hands to the mat, and step back into a downward facing dog. From here we're going to lift the left leg and bring it all the way forward between our hands. And we rise up into a high crescent lunge. So here you will have your heel lifted up from the floor and both feet are facing to the front. So from here we're going to extend our arms and open up to the side. You will automatically open to the right side because this is a very comfortable movement. We'll hold that for a moment, then bring our hands to our heart, and we're going to open up to the other side. This is already a stretch, and you will also feel that in your hips as well as in your back. You can focus somewhere on the wall and try to turn a little bit more, but just as much as it feels comfortable. Then place your right arm on the mat down beside you. Inhale and open up all the way to the left. Exhale, bring your hand back down to the mat. Step back into plank pose, downward facing dog, and from here we'll take the Vinyasa. We'll then lift up, inhale, and bring the right foot all the way to the front, so we can rise up into high crescent lunge. Find the balance here. This sometimes takes a few moments, and we're then going to open up our arms to the open side. Bring the hands together in front of your heart, and then we're going to open into the twist. Exhale, bring down the left hand to the mat and open up all the way to the right. Exhale, bring down your hand. We'll step back into a plank pose, downward facing dog, and from here we'll take a Vinyasa. And then we'll walk forward to the front end of the mat and stay here. Let us begin our second flow from the top of the mat. We're going to inhale, bring the hands in front of our heart, bend our knees a little bit, and then exhale and twist to the right side. So you're going to place your left elbow on the right knee, and by pressing together your hands, you can twist to the side. Try to hold this tension for a moment and find your breath in this pose. We're now going to shift the weight a little bit more to the right foot and then try to extend the left foot to the back. So we'll end up in a twisted lunge. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. And then place the left hand on the mat. Open up all the way to the right once again. So we're in the same pose as before. Exhale, bring down the hand to the mat. And now place your feet behind each other so you're able to extend your legs. And we're coming up here to prepare for a pyramid stretch. If you like, you can place one block beside your foot at this point because this stretch is usually very intense. So when you're ready, we're going to bend forward. So make sure your back is straight, and then you'll find the right distance for the block to place your hand on, and once again open to the right. Exhale, slowly let go. You can put the block aside, step back into a plank pose, and we'll take an easy vinyasa from here. Let us walk forward step by step to the top of the mat and finish here in prayer pose. Let us take the flow from the second side. Inhale, bend your knees a little bit, and on the exhale, twist over to the left side. Now shift your weight a little bit to the left foot and then step back into a twisted lunge. We'll hold that for 2 more breaths. And then place the right hand on the mat so you can inhale and open all the way to the left. Exhale, bring back the hand to the mat. Now make your step a little bit smaller. You can once again place a block on the right side of your left foot. We're then going to bend forward with a straight back, place the hand on the block, and inhale all the way up to the left. Exhale, bring back the hand to the mat. You can remove the block and step back into a vinyasa. You can then walk forward to the edge of your mat as we will continue with a balance sequence. So our next pose is going to be eagle pose. Let us shift the weight a little bit to the right foot and slightly bend the knee. You now have two options. Option number one is simply folding the left leg across the right leg, or if you like, you can hook in your toes behind your leg. Now for the arms, we're going to twist them as well. So extend the right arm, go under with the left arm, and you interlace them. Exhale, slowly release, and we'll stay here for a few seconds to feel the difference in the two sides of the body. Now let's try the other side. Shift the weight to the left leg, bend your knee, either just place the right leg across or you hook in the foot behind, extend the left arm, go under with the right arm and interlace them. Exhale, let go, and once again, feel the state of your body from your toes all the way up to the crown. We're now going to take a wider step, and your feet are facing outwards a little bit, and we'll bend the knees. And your posture is stable at this moment, so place your hands on your knees, and we're now going to move forward with the right shoulder. So you press down your right shoulder and pull up the left shoulder. We'll hold that for 2 more breaths, and then come back to center. This time we're going to push down the left shoulder, pull up the right shoulder, and stay here for a couple of breaths. We're now going to do that in a dynamic movement, side by side, in your own pace. One more time each side. We'll stay in the middle, extend our legs, and lower the arms. We will continue in this posture for the next exercise. I'm just going to move back a little bit. So have your feet facing outwards. We're then going to bend forward with a straight back. That requires some balance. So we can place the right hand on the mat. Here you can also use a block if that feels more comfortable for you. And we're going to open up to the left side and stretch all the way up. Exhale, bring down your left hand, and then we shift right away, opening up to the right hand side. Exhale, bring down the right hand. You can now grab your elbows and just dangle from side to side for a few moments. And then slowly come up vertebrae by vertebrae and bring your feet together for our challenge exercise today. I have one more exercise for you, which is a standing exercise, but it's not quite standing, as you will see. So we're going to come down to sit on our toes. So you can see from the side that my heels are lifted up from the mat. So from here, we're going to try the same twist as we've done before. Bring your hands in front of your heart and then slightly turn to the left and try to stay here for a few breaths in balance. We won't hold it for too long, so don't worry. We'll take one more deep breath here and then exhale, come back to center. And of course there's a second side to it. So on the next exhale, I'm going to turn over to the left side. Exhale, come back to center. So if you like, you can just sit down from here or extend your feet all the way up and then bring your legs to relax. We're coming down to the mat for the last sequence. So we're going to start with needle. That means you're going to take one leg, in my case it's the right leg, towards you with the foot, and you cross the other leg on top of it, so the knees are more or less stacked on top of each other. You now have different options. You can practice the eagle arms once again, which we've done before. Or, as I'm going to do, I will show you from the other side. I'm going to interlace my hands behind the back and just stay here for a few breaths. If you cannot reach, you can also use a towel, for example, that you keep in between, so you can also practice the same exercise. On your next exhale, slowly let go your arms. Maybe you want to shake your arms a little bit and then also let go the feet. But of course there is a second side, so I'm going to change over here. And slowly release. All right, we're almost done. We have one more seated twist. So we're going to extend the left leg, lift the right foot over it, and now we're going to turn to the side by blocking here with the left elbow towards the right knee. You can reach as far as you like, and maybe also focus a point somewhere on the wall. Exhale, release. We're going to switch side right away. Cross the left foot over the right leg. And we're going to twist towards the left. Exhale, let go. Now you can place your hands behind you, readjust your hips, and then slowly come to lay down for our supine twist. So you bring your heels close to you, extend your arms to the side, and then you let your knees fall to the right while you twist your head to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Maybe you want to lift up your hips again and then change over to the other side. Come back to center. You can then bring your arms beside your body, readjust your hips one more time, and then extend your legs for Shavasana. Focus on your breath and try to follow along your spine with every inhale and exhale you take. The spine has now been twisted to all the different sides, and maybe there's been blockages or tensions that have now been released. So give your body some time to relax after the practice and remain silent in Shavasana. bring back your attention to your body. And once again, visualize your spine by following the spine up and down as you inhale and exhale. Become aware of the parts of your body that are touching the mat at the moment and giving you a foundation and connection to the earth. Whenever you are ready, you can slowly roll over to one side and remain there with your eyes closed for a few breaths. When you feel ready, come back up to a seated position so we can close this practice together. Bring your hands in front of your heart and then up to your forehead, and let us bow forward all together to thank ourselves for this practice, to clear some blockages and tensions in our body. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to share it and please give it a thumbs up. And I hope to see you soon again on my channel here. Thank you very much and